are some parents and students who don't have to worry about the winter weather or school closings. Parents teaching their children at home.
More and more families are doing that very thing, finding homeschooling a choice that is right for them. KTAB's Mercedes Hernandez joins us now in the studio with a story you'll only see on KTAB. Mercedes?
Thank you so much, Bob and Stacy. Every time a school tragedy comes up in newspaper headlines or right here on KTAB, you might think of bringing your child home and never letting them out of the house again. The appeal is just that, appealing. But truly, most parents are staying in their lanes when it comes to education. Tragedy striking schools across the nation.
I'm so glad we're home and that she's not there.
And even closer to home.
One of the fastest growing types of school choices.
Is the solution keeping kids out of the classroom?
People choose to homeschool for a variety of different reasons.
An in-depth look at school choice in the big country, only on KTAB News.
My name is Susan Draper.
And Lydia Draper, Lydiadraper.
We call this our school table. We don't actually sit here to do a lot of schoolwork because sometimes we're on the couch.
Susan was a teacher of 3 years when she made the jump from traditional to homeschool educator, just before her first son entered the 4th grade.
He had a great kindergarten year, and then 1st grade wasn't so great. And then 2nd grade was wonderful. And then 3rd grade wasn't so great.
It's been more than a decade later, and she's continued teaching her other 2 children, Samuel and Lydia, the same way. Samuel is now in college, and Lydia is still learning at home.
There's a crossword.
And the 13-year-old says she's never really had a desire to enter public school, but she does wonder about them.
Sometimes, but, movies, I kind of get what it's like.
But along with coming-of-age movies, coverage of school tragedies have also flashed across the Drapers' TV screen.
Every time there's a school shooting, I think about, I'm so glad we're home and that she's not there.
But for Draper, it's not fear of violence that keeps her daughter out of public school. It's the ability to customize her education, right down to the diploma.
It was really more about just teaching our children in a way that suited them best.
Families want to move at their own pace.
Shelby Doyle with National School Choice Week says that's the main factor driving people to choose a similar path to Susan's family. That's especially true for young families.
Our generation is just used to the idea of customizing the things that we do, and homeschooling is the most customized way that you can approach your education.
Another reason it's growing is that the model for educating at home has changed with the digital age.
It's incredibly easy now, even if you're not a stay-at-home parent.
How many families are there out there that do choose to homeschool?
So about 2 million students, and that's grown obviously over the years.
But just because homeschool numbers may be increasing doesn't mean traditional school enrollment is going down.
I mean, there isn't a significant drop.
Over the last 10 years, the enrollment numbers for the Abilene Independent School District have remained consistent, with no one reason impacting the rise or decline, not even following a national, state, or local distressing event.
And I think that goes back to the fact that people know that our campuses, that our schools in general are safe places.
But even so, the district will field a few calls from worried parents concerned for their child's campus. That's according to Dr. Gustavo Villanueva, the Associate Superintendent for Student Services and Leadership.
Our schools here and throughout are one of the safest places. Those events sometimes make it feel like it's not, and it's our job to make parents feel comfortable.
But for parents with no administrators, there only exists self-assurance, and that's something Susan has already come to terms with.
That can happen anywhere. It can happen at Walmart, it can happen at the movie theater, it can happen at church.
And while the burden of thought plagues every parent after a school tragedy,
it is definitely something that weighs on our minds.
So does the desire to provide the best education they can for their child, regardless of where the blackboard is located.
I want my children to love to learn.
Did you say you love to learn, Lydia?
Yeah, not as much as my brother, but I do.
Now, the Drapers are from Roscoe, making them just one of the more than 150,000 families in the Lone Star State that teach their children at home. In studio with coverage you can count on, Mercedes Hernandez. Back to you, Bob and Stacy.
Thank you, Mercedes. To watch that story again, visit bigcountryhomepage.com.